Hi everyone, this is the newest update. I am at airport in Hong Kong now, trying to find a good spot, and I found this Disney wall is really cute, so I'm gonna just inform everybody what happened. Of course, there's a lot happened during this month that I did not give any update, but I would say experiment successful. First of all, I really would like to celebrate result of this experiment that I think I got rid of the stalking, at least from multiple levels. I know that not probably psychologically completely, but at least I knew that Leon, the person that I always talk about, has got somebody new during the process of finding me. And I was being this e-girl all the time until he actually did a mistake under the influence of meth, the hard drug meth, and I was not informed of his drug use since 3 years ago in 2023 until that very moment after he already proposed 2 times. And I knew that this man's mental is not right, and just because in our life we had to deal with so many psychologically problematic individuals, that's how we also got psychological problems such as my bipolar, because I always felt stalked, and as long as you feel your privacy as a fundamental human right is being invaded, you feel this anxiety and fear, and just wanted to stay in a safe place and never get out of this kind of self-isolation. But I would say I'm very lucky to have many friends who support me, and even the stalker himself, by his words, using his words, was like selfishly loving me. And these individuals are really petty, and they're like, they are the small creators in the universe who try to understand, but they don't have the proper tools like respect, like self-love, just like normal human interaction. For example, those people who are disabled, who have autism, they cannot possibly approach a female properly, and that's why they chose to stalk. And I'm not casting a lot of empathy to this particular individual again. I'm just saying, by attracting him towards me and just by doing this again, I sent him news and photos again, just in the first video that I talked about him. Like, he was the only person on earth who has my photos. So basically, except him, nobody else will do potentially bad things. So if anything happens, so just a heads up everybody, if you ever see me on suspicious websites, report to me. I will reward you heavily in US dollars. So if ever bad things happen, it must be him. It will not be anyone else, because he is the only fucking person on earth who has it. And I'm not happy what he did after he got on with a girl who basically hypersexualizes herself, Chinese American or Korean American, I don't know, I think she's mostly Chinese. My mom doesn't like Chinese so much because we're partly Japanese, and my father has Mongolian heritage, so we are a family that's not very much a fan of China, CCP, and how this global tension is. We're outside of this. We're basically peace advocate. We don't like these kind of tensions going on, and we don't talk about race much, just because we ourselves are very special in each place. Just like in Hong Kong, like also in Shanghai, everybody speaks English to me instead of Chinese. They thought I'm from Japan or something. They thought I must be from some other country because I don't look like Chinese. One thing is I don't look like Chinese, another is I don't have this accent or thinking, but literally a lot of Asian Americans have those thinking that, oh, I want to marry a white male and this person respects me, takes care of me, and my status could be elevated in society. But that's not how it goes. You need the proper respect, like the respect that can get you, truly be viewed as a human being in the entire white society instead of only this person. And also many times the white husband, I'm not generalizing, I'm just saying usually the white person who hasn't got rid of his own paranoia and phobia to Asians who are just abusing them because they treat them as a sexual object and like a sex slave, like all the sayings that you guys already know. I think I have substantially conservative followers, so I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like those white husbands don't treat their Asian wives properly. I know I have friends in Shanghai who enjoy a gender equal relationship, and those husbands are from very privileged European countries like England, Switzerland, Finland, and there's none of them is from Poland, for example. Of course, Polish people tend to marry to their own race or whatever. I'm not a same race marriage support advocate. I don't support this. Sorry, it's in airport, so there's like noise. I am very much a reality based person. I don't start any proper romance without meeting in person the first sight. So without this physical reality, I would not have my whole mind getting into it. I basically stay away from people who indulge in online romance. I think it is funny, it is a game. I pretended for a while. I chatted with this person on Telegram and he has exactly the same username that's very, very rare, and he has all of this history, and he asked me, he basically said some accurate numbers such as losing 9 million and saying I've never been to New York without me even asking about New York. I have never mentioned in a context that I came from New York to Europe. So all of this contained in our conversation are proofs, because the proofs are just so much from one chat to another and until Twitter. And recently I documented the whole thing that he followed me from Europe to America and put this really weird thing on the hotel floor, like a crush bottle of orange soda and 2 hotel cards, and requesting me to fuck. And it's weird because you're already starting a relationship. I know it's not my definition of relationship, at least I'm playing along, but he still chose the creepy method. Why don't you just text this person? Hello, girl, how are you doing? Can we meet right now? This is very simple. And he decided to use a very creepy method, just a crush, throw it to my eye, because nobody ever will notice it except me, because I live right next to the elevator to the lift. And he put the bottle on the bench, and then an hour later he put 2 hotel cards of the same brand. I think it was Hilton or something. It's the same hotel chain just several miles away, showing that he is at that hotel. There are 2 hotel cards right there. Do you want to go with me and go to a room? Dude, I've already texted you, I welcomed you in my life for 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and you chose to approach me like that. Why? So creepy, right? And this really disgusting. And what's more disgusting is I tried to help him with his drug addiction, because like I mentioned, he got in drugs 3 years ago. I didn't even know. So there's a lot of secrets about this person. That's why I mean, people who do stalking must have secret, and people who anti-stalk, like myself, I pretty transparent. I put myself online and talk about real stuff with the evidence. If I really want to show evidence, I have a ton. Those screenshots, coincidences, and I have many friends in reality who believe in me, who support me. So I'm not mentally insane. I had doctors from at least 3 countries writing statements to support me that this person has a little bit bipolar, but her mind is totally sane and she is not schizophrenic. She was a victim of crime and her doubts might be real, especially she presented evidence that are very likely, and doctors literally sent me statements like that. And whenever I show to the police, and police are always very convinced, and they document the case again and again. I'm not saying him, Leon, I'm saying the other person, but like even the other person, I have stopped reporting him. Why? Because it just doesn't make sense. It's not useful. I feel like because the first stalker, he has his life, like he got a family, and I really think the first one is actually better than the second one because he actually does not care to do that kind of like creepy approach anymore. And for now, I am still enduring certain level of like mental bothering, but I already stopped looking at Twitter or like trying to have a resolution with him by online chatting, because I know that's not gonna help. I'm just gonna be this e-girl, and hopefully one day he'll realize that we're not suitable to be together. And I'm just really glad that he hooked up with another bitch who, like the one that I talked about, the Asian American. At least she can get him a little bit like back on track or whatever. I don't know. I think she will probably not, because I don't trust him. Like on the first video I talked about, the cover video I talked about, I'm selling him. I cannot sell him to this woman. Why? Because I think she cannot fix all his problems. Knowing him for so many years, I know what he needs is like a proper person, or a better person than me. Like I'm like getting attention all the time. I'm pursued too much, like every year getting a different marriage proposal. What the fuck is that? I haven't really got to the place where I myself would really like in my life. So, and also without reality meeting, nothing is really true. So people have different concepts, and you need to respect others' ideas. And his problem is always not respecting other people, and this is really a sign of autism. So I really wish these individuals good luck, but I would say like I'm celebrating my experiment. I'm celebrating my plan, my like plot, my algorithm, this whole thing that I thought, like this solution that I implemented actually worked. I'm really happy that this proves I'm a high IQ individual, but like I'm also sad that I did not help him that much, but like I know that I'm incapable of helping him at this stage now. So I wish him good luck, and I love you, Leon. I love you in a different way now, and I hope you're happy with your new girl. Bye.